Hi, my name is Dr. Robert Elton, and I own a dental practice here in Manhattan. I was actually looking for someone to help bring in more clients, and I spoke with a number of professed experts, but I really didn't feel compelled to go with any of them because they really didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. I was referred to Mark by a colleague from Australia who used Mark to bring in more clients to his practice. I was really hesitant at first because Mark was in Australia and I'm in the USA. But my friend actually convinced me that Mark is definitely the person that could help me. So I trust my friend and I went with Mark. I was actually very relaxed talking with Mark. He actually took the time to show some examples of what would work for me and what I wanted. When that phone call was coming to a close and I was expecting, that awkward moment where I was going to be steered toward using his services, he politely said he would like me to call him back after a little bit of time digesting what he had mentioned. And when I was ready, this really made me feel comfortable. So when I hired Mark, he looked at everything we do in our marketing and put a stop to everything. He said to hold off for a few days while he organized everything for us. I was really reluctant at first because some of Mark's ideas are not what any of my colleagues are doing at all. And I was starting to question if stopping everything was the right step. Mark worked with us a lot on our website first and literally gave it a complete overhaul. When we started up our radio advertising campaign, we implemented Mark's words with our voiceover person. He completely changed our newspaper advertising and showed me how testing and measuring my advertising will lead to the best results. Here we are 3 months later, and Mark has us investing a little more into our advertising, but our business has improved quite a bit. According to our accountant, we've had a 43% increase in business already, and I can see bigger things coming, so I have a much longer term agreement with Mark now. I highly recommend Mark because he does bring in new clients using his marketing methods. He's honest, and I found him to be someone who I feel comfortable talking with, and I think you will too.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Chase, and I have a small driving school. I've got 12 cars that I use to teach people how to drive. And if I have a car or 2 cars sitting on the lot and somebody's not in there learning how to drive, I'm losing money. So recently I started hunting around for a company or a person who could help me bring in more clients. Now literally, I called well over 24 companies and people, picking their brains, asking questions, finding out what they do, how they do it, what their success rate has been. And so initially when I spoke to Mark, I talked to Mark and told him what I did, and I told him what I had been doing. I think the biggest thing that was different about Mark than most of the people that I spoke to, almost immediately, he had ideas. I mean, we didn't even finish our conversation and he was giving me ideas of things that I could start doing even if I hadn't hired him. He was telling me what I could do to help bring in people. And that really impressed me. That was probably the biggest thing that impressed me about him. And so it was probably about 3 weeks before I actually ended up hiring Mark, because I did do my due diligence. I still continued to call people and to find out what and how they worked. And I finally settled on Mark. Mark has been nothing but phenomenal. His ideas, the way he does business, his clarity, everything is awesome. That's all I can say is Mark knows his stuff. He knows how to bring clients in through the door. If you're a customer-based company that needs people to keep coming in on a regular basis, Mark is your guy. He can get the door opened, he can get the people walking in, and he can fill up the seats if that's what you need. Call him, talk to him, spend time with him, and let him run your marketing campaign. I'm not sorry, and I promise you, you won't be either.